Not our girl.
Not our girl.
Or guy.
Or dude, yeah. Good morning.
Hi there. It seems like it's been hours since we've been here.
Mm-hmm, because it has. It has been hours. Start with a train ride.
Train time.
Here it goes. So it's only about 20 minutes late. That's all right.
That's it. That's okay.
We're not rushing that, right?
We're gonna be up all night at the airport anyways, so we got time.
There's that sound. Here we go. Then we float into an overnight airport hangout sesh.
Yep. We are at the T-Out Airport here in Toronto. We're on our way to Arizona right now.
Yeah. We're gonna be checking out school buses.
Yeah, everything that we looked at a lot of buses in Ontario. We even got a mechanic to check out one of them.
Yeah, check out this rusty bus right here.
Right here. He gave us some really good inside tips about what to look for and gave us a wealth of knowledge. And basically what we've decided is we need to go below the snowbelt to find our bus. We made it in Arizona!
We landed in Phoenix, and right now we're waiting for either Tony or Joe to arrive. They said they were gonna pick us up.
Yeah, and then we're gonna go look at some school buses and test drive them.
This is pretty freaking cool. We've had a pretty long night. A little tired, not gonna lie. Got some cat naps in, but we'll see.
Tired. I don't know if today's like a big decision day, but definitely a day to go check out what these guys got at AAA bus.
Yeah.
Woo!
So we have just arrived at AAA bus.
Arizona.
Yeah, here in Arizona.
We got a lot of buses.
This place is amazing. They're just lined up back here, all sorts of different shapes and sizes.
Old Golden Gals, like some real old buses.
The 66 here, holy smokes.
Holy, they're beautiful. I
Yeah.
can't wait to get in them, check them out.
Yeah, let's go.
Undercarriage storage, that's exciting. I really like the idea of that, especially with a rear engine. It would be nice to have an underbelly storage already built in, so you kind of trade the rear end garage for an underbelly garage.
The screws is great to have because that means you're not having to use like an air chisel or an angle grinder to get these off. So basically you just have an impact driver and you go all the way along and then just let the screws fall and have a big magnet and just pick them up afterwards. Pretty simple. Are decent, but they don't have a lot of tread on them.
That's a pretty good looking bus.
Super clean.
This one's got AC all through the top.
Let's see. This one here looks like it's a Thomas. Engine C7250, transmission MD3000. So that's good. And it's a 2006. Look how clean that is. All right, so let's check out the underbody storage. I like that it has locks on. Holy smokes! So this is what's called pass-through storage because it goes all the way across from one side to the next.
That's enormous.
Look at that. Zero rust.
Oh my god.
That is beautiful. There's a little bit along that edge there, so, but it's not flaking. It's like superficial. So that's good. That solid door. And the hinges work really well. No rust on the hinges at all. The weather stripping works really good. glass looks really good. I really like that it's tinted. We are in the valley in Arizona, so
Makes sense.
they're probably tinted, yeah. So this is a Cat engine, Cat C7.
That's a pretty good looking engine.
Yeah, so something that Tony had mentioned is that when you're looking at Caterpillar engines, they're very good engines when they're working properly. That just means that you got to keep up with the maintenance on them, keep up with the oil changes. A lot of these buses have very small clearances when it comes to when the oil's going through and having particulate in there, it could eat away if there's any dirt or anything like that, so keeping it clean.
Yeah, lots of oil.
This one was actually used in Phoenix.
Wanna go for a ride in this thing?
Yeah, let's do it. We're on our first Skoolie ride in Phoenix.
Yeah. The buses look 1,000% better than they did in Ontario.
Yeah.
Like really, look way better. We were just looking at rust buckets up there, so this is cool because we can actually see like it has a good frame, something fun to work with. That we won't have to like really fix the body of it so much, and like we wouldn't have to put our energy into, you know, cleaning up a rust bucket before we even get started. So that's exciting.
Yeah. The gas pedal is super smooth. I'm finding the sweet spot in the brake pedal right now. Yeah. But it turns beautifully. Like super easy to turn. It's a lot skinnier than the Quint, so it's easier to stay in the lanes.
Yeah, right. You're probably used to being like this guy. Oversized load.
Oversized load.
They did a lot of good work to this bus.
Yeah.
They had brand new brake cams under here. I mean, these tires are brand new on here. Yeah, it all looks good under there.
It looks like a brand new vehicle, and it's a 1997
Yeah.
compared to the ones in Ontario. Holy shit. Is this our girl?
I think so.
Lines. Yeah, it's in good shape. You know, and this has a tensioner here. So, see, they modified this one in here too. It is better than the other one. They had a lot of problems with that belt. They had a spring tensioner in this thing before, and it would just bounce around like that. And I see what they did, the mechanic in the school. They went and put this permanent one on here, and that's how they tension the belt right there like that. It's a good idea. It works good. It has a pretty recent air filter in here too. That thing is awfully clean.
That guy.
Yeah. They worked a lot on these buses in that school. You know, they have a hub, and all the buses go through the hub, and all it is a giant mechanic shop. So they do Mesa's good. Their ability to keep buses running, you know, into the 200,000 miles was great. You know, really good job.
This is the cutest shelving unit I've ever seen.
Yeah, see right here. This engine conforms to US EPA and California. Latched.
Turn.
I'll probably let Tony show us that.
Don't break it.
Yeah, I don't
You
want to
break it, you buy it.
I know. Let's look at this other one. Can you, what's that dance called?
Plus?
That dance is called I Just Bought a Bus.
Oh. We just bought a bus.
We just bought a bus. This one right here. Can you believe that?
So we haven't really had time to even pull out the camera much today. We've been talking to Tony and Joseph and James and the crew here at AAA Bus. And we've just like taken this bus. We drove it a ton. Brian got to drive it.
I got to drive
Tony
it.
drove us
Holy
all
smokes.
over. Huh?
Yeah.
It's so cool.
Oh my gosh. This is so surreal. Like, you know, going to the place there in Canada and it just being completely rusted out. And then coming here and climbing underneath all the buses here. And it's like, these buses are not rusty. Their frames are all intact. It just comes down to which bus do you want? Which bus is on your budget sort of thing. And so we had to ask ourselves those questions and see which size we needed for what it is that we want to do with this. So we found one.
This is a great height for Brian.
Yeah.
He's a tall lad. So the height, check.
Yeah.
The price,
check.
The quality of the bus and the engine condition,
huge check.
In amazing condition. And how many kilometers? Like 255?
255,000 miles. Yeah.
That's a lot of miles, but it's a diesel engine. So this thing, Tony said we'll get like another 100,000 on this puppy, no problem.
Easy.
He said you can pretty much drive around the world.
Yeah, 100, 200,000 miles more. I mean, that's a ton of freaking miles. He said one of his customers actually took one of their buses down to Patagonia and back and only put about 30,000 miles on it. Like, if you think about it, people buy vehicles and they have them for 5 years before they get another one and they still don't even have 100,000 miles on it. So there's a lot of life left in this bus, in this engine.
Especially if you take care of it.
Yeah. So we talked with Tony about everything that we need to do maintenance-wise, and we're gonna produce a checklist so that we have a pre-trip inspection that we do, and it's just gonna be so cool. I can't wait to start driving this down the road.
So if you want to tune in for the adventure, make sure you click subscribe and hit that bell so you can be notified every time we come out with a fresh video just for you.
Because we are going to be documenting this entire experience, as you've seen so far, about buying the bus, about you know, doing a little test drive, and even the entire conversion process.
That's right. So until next time, friends.
Adventure on.
Adventure on. Bye.
Bye.
Animal. He's already pulled off like all the bases of the seats. He's got seats already out. This is awesome.
Yeah.
Tomorrow, if we have the seats out before noon and get our call into the insurance guy with the photos, that means that he can get the paperwork going and we should be cool and get this bus out of here real soon.
Yeah, super soon. But we're going to actually talk more about the whole process of buying the bus, of all the conversion stuff. Like, for instance, why are the seats coming out? Well, that's part of the insurance thing. You know, why are we doing the things that we're doing? We're going to cover all of that. And it's going to be super, super cool. But this is so awesome because this is like, this is our bus.
This is our bus.
We
just paid
for
the whole thing
for it. Yeah.
in one go. What? Who pays for their house in one shot?
I know. Normally you've got a mortgage for what, 20 or 30 years. Yeah. I know I had a mortgage once, you did too.
I did too.
Yeah. And sold the house, you sold the house, still had a mortgage before you sold it. It's like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
But to have a house already?
It's pretty cool. So we're super excited. We're gonna keep sharing everything as it happens and as it flows. But this is really cool to already see seats out and how much room we're gonna have in here. Oh!
Yeah.